There he is.
Yeah, what's up with it?
We got it, man. Finally. Sorry about that.
It took so many times.
Listen, we got it finally, though, man. It is what it is. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, my allergies messing messing up right now.
Got you. Here we go. All right, so we got it going on, everybody. Sorry for the lengthy delay there, but we had issues on both sides of the thing there. Let me go ahead and give the formal introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeremy Wyman, and I will be your moderator for the Louisville live stream on the Rave Sports app. Brought to you by the Louisville Collective, the 502 Circle. The purpose of this innovative idea is to bring Cardinals past and present together so you, the fans, can talk to the athletes you love and me. We'll have a 20-minute, put 20 minutes on the clock, and you can ask as many questions as you like. Tonight, we welcome a very special guest in, as you can see. Our guest tonight had the faith. There's a throwback to his high school. Had the faith to make his way to Louisville via South Alabama. The 5'10" mobile wide receiver. I can't even read my own writing right now. Played 4 seasons at South Alabama before arriving on campus at the Ville. In his 4 years, he caught 208 passes for 2,521 yards, 13 touchdowns. But wait, there's more. He also threw 91 passes for 1,300 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he can do a little bit of everything. He was named All Sun Belt First Team in 2023 and had 8 100-yard receiving games. He was 5th in the nation in receptions and receiving yards and 12th in all-purpose yards. He was the number 1 target on most of the transfer portal rankings. He is Caullin Lacy. Caullin, thank you for joining us, man.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate that introduction.
Look, that's what I do best, man. That they definitely didn't hire me because of my looks. It's definitely because of my well, maybe a little bit because of the looks, but mostly for the introductions. Man, the Ohio Valley is really will really get to those. If you had allergies anywhere else, that they can be a pain, but you get here in Louisville, man, the Ohio Valley, it'll amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, it got me bad for the past 2 days now. I'm getting
Man.
getting better now though.
Awesome, man. Well, look, here's how things work. The viewers are going to ask you questions for the entire session. When there are breaks in between the questions, I have a couple I'm going to ask. I'm actually going to lead one off while we're waiting for people to start filtering in their questions. I think a lot of people here in Louisville want to know with the resurgence of the program under Jeff Brom and just bringing the program back to where it was. What was it that made Louisville the perfect fit for you?
The style of offense that they have, I seen that style of offense they had at Purdue. I feel like they put the ball in the air a lot for me, and I feel like I can show my talents in this offense to make it to the next level.
Absolutely. No. Let's see.
Like,
In Shelley says had no clue he could throw the ball to. Yeah, he's talented. He is a man of many talents. Is there any specific? Okay, so first question from the line, Jay. Any specific skills that are part of your game you've been focusing on in the off season?
I've been focused on my route running, getting open, making myself more of a better option for the quarterback. Like every time I want to route, I want to be wide open. Like I've been trying to work on that. Like I don't even want the DB to be close to me when I run routes in practice. So like I've been working on my route running and my explosiveness coming out of my route.
Who is this is a question I got from one of my staff members at Cardinal Sports Zone. They want to know who you think is the funniest member of the football team.
Right now, Chris Bell.
Chris Bell.
Yes, sir.
We heard that last year too, so I'm glad to hear he's holding that title near and dear to his heart. I know you're new to the team though. So far, this is from my football beat writer Sam Bazin. He wants to know who's got the best playlist on the team.
I really don't like their music up here. They listen to people like G Herbo and all that, but I'm more of like a Rod Wave type of guy. So I'll say me if anything, because I don't really like what they listen to in the locker room for real. They like to listen to like rappers I don't listen to in Mobile. So I'm more of like a Rod Wave young boy type of person. Rallo no cap, but they listen to like more artists up north.
Gotcha. Look, Penny said he's here. Penny, we didn't think we were going to get him at the last second. We told him, man, I'd get him. Penny, all you got to do is hit Caullin, it's probably easier for you to explain it to them since you had to do it, but I think there's a camera button in the top right hand corner for you, Penny. Just hit that plus button and we'll get you in here right away, man.
Yeah, it should be
Um,
the microphone.
yeah, there's a microphone and there should be one right next to it. All right. N. Shelley wants to know what was your first impression of our facilities in the city of Louisville as a whole?
Um, First impression of facility, I feel like it was bigger, but I wasn't too worried about the facility or how big it was, and for real, because I'm just trying to get. I'm here for a year, so I'm just here to make myself better and good enough to make it to the league. So that really wasn't a big point to me. But the campus and the city, it's smooth. I haven't really been out. I'm not that much of a outside person, so but I guess it's smooth. I don't want to say it's bad because I haven't really been out for real. I'm more of an inside person.
Man, I feel you on that. Penny, do us a favor, man. Hit up Brittany and see how you can be added. It may be because we've already started. You can't be added, but maybe you can still hang on here and answer some of the questions. We had some issues going on. Not really sure. Can you talk about some of the most memorable moments of your football career so far?
In South Alabama, the best moment was probably my first touchdown at UCLA. Like I had like 30 family members there in the end zone I scored in. So like I got my first touchdown in the Rose Bowl. That was like one of the best feelings, even though we lost, but it was like one of the best feelings ever. I dove and made that catch. That was like one of my best feelings. And then probably when we played Oklahoma State, it was a packed out crowd, one of the biggest crowd I ever played in. I scored twice, and then I had 100 yards in the first half. Best feelings. That was
There you
one.
go. We're sitting here with Louisville wide receiver Caullin Lacy. We're trying to get Penny Boone in the building. We had some issues getting him in at the beginning. He's still trying to get on. We asked you all for y'all's patience and stuff. And I'm not really sure how to assist while I'm hosting the show myself. So Miss Brittany is on here with us, and hopefully she can get him in here. If not, we can ask him some questions on the chat line here as well. Next question: during your time at South Alabama, you achieved significant milestones, including leading the Sun Belt Conference in receiving yards and being named to the first team All Sun Belt Conference in 2023. What do you attribute your success to?
What you mean by attribute? Like, what you mean?
Well, So what do you attribute your success? What do you kind of what are the reasons for your success? I guess so the credit. Yeah, what do you credit your success to?
My family, and like my dad been pushing me since a kid, and I got a little brother that's looking up to me. So I just want to keep going and just keep pushing myself, showing him a good role model, and just keep balling and keep putting on for my family and keep taking that next step. Like I don't want to stop and let my family down. Like my dad and my family really believe in me. So I just want to keep making that next step and keep going until I can't go no more. Like I always want to keep improving and what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Next question. I know it was only spring practice, but what is the chemistry like with you? And we know Tyler just got married this past week, and I don't know how much work you've got to do with him, but what's the chemistry like with him right now?
Me and him cool. We got the when we first got there, we got to do a little bit of extra studying, but we cool. We don't just do ones reps for real with the QBs, but I feel like me and him got the connection. We cool. We talk before practice, after practice. I feel like it's gonna work out in the summer, and then once we start doing ones like all the time, I feel like it's gonna get even better. We just
Gotcha.
got to just keep going at it. I like it though.
Does he? Coach Watson wants to know, do you know how to properly do the L's up? There's a lot of people that do it the wrong way. I know that doesn't sound like it should be too difficult. There you go. Absolutely, Coach. Like, why
Yeah.
would you even ask that? What a stupid question. I'm just kidding. That's my buddy. I went to high school with him. But great question, and he does know how to do it. Coach Brom is considered to be one of the better offensive minds in the game right now. Being recruited is completely different from being coached. What's Coach Brom like on the field?
He right now I feel like he was like when spring first started, he was very chill. He not that very talkative to the receivers for real, but now that like we on like week no practice 9, I feel like he's getting more like mad about certain details. Like if you too wide and you supposed to be tight. Like if he tell you be tight and you wide, he gonna get mad at you about that. So he really ain't really yelled at me about certain stuff like that, but I can tell his intensity throughout the practice starting to get a little bit stronger. Like he like the little details done right.
Absolutely. Apart from family, this is from Cal. Apart from family, who do you look up to? Who's your role models?
Apart from family,
Yes,
like
yeah, yeah. Other than family, who do you look up to?
players, I'd say probably like I was a big fan of Tavon Austin growing up, and when I was in high school, I was a big fan of Lamar Jackson, like crazy. Like when he was at Louisville, I was right in high school, and I was playing like quarterback in high school, doing everything. So I really looked up to him. But I obviously cheering for the running back and receiver as time went on. But I still like the way he ran with the ball, so I really watched his highlights a lot. Him and Tavon Austin.
All right. Love this dude's game. What are your personal goals for this year?
Uh, Try to do the same as I did last year or better. Like nothing below that at all. Try to make myself show my talents in the P5 level and dominate every week. Have at least 8 games to 100 yards again or more. Be consistent. Be very consistent and dominate. I want to be consistent and dominate.
Hey, there's Penny. What's good,
Hello.
Penny?
Hey, how
Can
you
you hear
doing?
me? I'm doing good,
Yeah,
my man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, man. We had a little meeting up at Louisville.
No, you're good. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and reset it. We already got well into the show. Colin did a fantastic job. He
Okay,
has already won the hearts of millions here in Card Nation, but we're gonna go ahead and start over real quick, man.
I got
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeremy Wallman, and I will be the moderator for the Louisville live stream here on the Rave on Sports app. Brought to you by the U of L Collective, the 502 Circle. The purpose of this innovative idea is to bring Cardinals past and present together so you, the fans, can talk to the athletes you love. We'll put 20 minutes on the clock, and you'll be able to ask as many questions as you like. We've already given Caullin his fire introduction, so it's time for Peny. This rocket from Detroit has been compared to a modern day Jerome Bettis. That was me that did that, by the way. As the
you.
18th overall best running back in America coming out of high school, he rushed for 1,843 yards and 18 touchdowns at his prior home in Toledo, where his 7.43 yards per carry, 1,400 rushing yards, 113 rushing yards per game, and 15 rushing touchdowns were all top 10 in the nation. His 8 100-yard rushing games, 3-time MAC West Player of the Week awards, and he had a 2-game stretch versus Western and Central Michigan where he rushed for almost 400 yards combined. He is Detroit's finest. He is Peny. Boom. What's up, Peny?
What's going on? That's sweet.
Listen, that's what that look, I was telling Colin, I don't do a lot of things great, but my introductions
Uh,
are top notch for sure.
yeah,
Uh,
I
so
appreciate
you
that.
mentioned that you were what were you doing before joining the show with us?
They had like a little. It was like fans there, and I guess they were just asking me questions, basically seeing how I was adapting to the team. Just like questions like this. Just
So
how
just
do I
like a
like it?
Q&A thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
Colin knows how things work because he has been here for a little bit with us. But here's how things work: the viewers
hmm
will ask you questions for the entire session. When there are
hmm
breaks in between their questions, I'm going to ask some questions. So I already
Okay.
asked Colin this, so I'm going to ask you this, Peny. Why Louisville?
Um, Coach Brown and Coach Barclay, they've been coaching for a good amount of time, and they're being from around here, and Coach Barclay being from here, they have good history with backs, and turning some into nothing when they didn't have the best back. So I was that was kind of surprised that the numbers don't lie, and it was just amazing to me that as much as the consistency they had and different type of players, different teams and stuff like that. So it was just why not Louisville?
Absolutely. Um, who's the funniest on the team?
Who's the funniest? I put Chris Bell. He funny, and I ain't gonna lie, he one of my guys too. Chris Bell, and then my Bama. If you know who Bama is, Maurice. Yeah, that's my dog. So it's really the whole running back room. If y'all ever catch a little video or something of us like making a joke or something, it'll be funny. So I feel like the whole RB room and Chris Bell.
So Caullin actually said Chris Bell, and a variety of people we interviewed last year said Chris. So Chris Bell, if football don't work out for him, he might need to go the stand-up comedy route because it sounds like he is hilarious. So,
No,
uh,
definitely, yeah.
and the other question, I had a couple questions for both of you all. I didn't get to ask the last one to Colin, so we'll lead him off in the next question. But we know that you're new to the team. So far, who has the best playlist in your opinion on the team?
The best playlist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, like everybody really listen to the same stuff. I mean, being from Louisville, you hear like ESTG, so it's like then they play him a lot more, but it's really the same things.
Really the same stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Colin, we're going to ask you this first because you've been here for a minute not answering questions, so Peny could get in here with us. So far, what have been some of your favorite food spots here in the city? I know you said you don't get out a whole lot, but there is DoorDash.
Um, the only food spot that I enjoyed outdoor that, well, I'll say because that's the only spot that I got real hot food from. DoorDash here has not been good to me recently because of all
It's
the
horrible.
like with all the Spanish people. Like it's like every time I get DoorDash, it's somebody Spanish. Don't they don't speak English, so it make it hard on me to explain to where I'm at. And then my food get lost. Now I'm hungry. Now I gotta get something else to eat. That happened
Yeah,
like
definitely.
once.
All right. Well, this DoorDash promo has been brought to you by Colin Lacy. Just don't order it, or you'll get some. But look, I'll tell you this much: it's not just down there where that happens. I think 8 out of 10 times it gets so bad over here where I live at that I think that the one time they told me they couldn't give me my money back for getting the wrong food, and I was like, well, you've already had so many things that were wrong. I'm like, that's not my fault. That's y'all fault.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and then they're like, "Well, you should have went and got it yourself." I'm like, "Yeah, true. That's probably right. You're right. You're right." What about you, Penny? Any favorites here in town?
um, I like Drake's.
Drake's
Uh,
is good.
yeah, Drake's is good. Uh, my girl, she really a big coffee girl, so she loves Seven Brew right next door. So
Shout
that's
out to Seven Brews, man. Seven Brews been popping up everywhere here in the Ville the last couple of weeks. I
yeah.
saw one on I was on my way to the gym yesterday, and they had one on the back of a big transfer truck. I don't know where they're putting it at, but there's like 8 or 9 of them here. There wasn't any like 3 months ago, and now there's like 8 or 9 of them
I about to say, yeah,
here.
my girl was talking about that. She was just saying like it was just like one or two of them. It was I don't know what's going on. And she's just because she just went there, so that's a good positive thing.
Look, I just went there for the first time yesterday. I'm not a big coffee guy, but I decided to try one of the smoothies, and they got probably one of the best smoothies I've ever had. So if you're a smoothie person, they're not a sponsor of this or anything, but definitely check them out for that. Penny, we got a question on the chat for you. Would you rather stiff arm or truck stick a defender?
It depends on what situation. If we're in a hole, you feel me? I'm just trying to make my presence known. I'm just probably drop my shoulder. But if it's like a outside situation or I'm trying to get the edge, it's most likely a stiff arm or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beast. Beast has a question. Thank you all for choosing the Ville. How the practice has been going. Let's go ahead and Colin will let you lead off on that one.
Practice. The first few days I was playing slow. I didn't really realize I was playing slow, but I was playing slow, trying to learn what was going on. But as like practice, like we just kept going on. I sped up. I started catching balls. I was playing faster. Coach McGee kept staying on me about playing fast, so I just kept trying to listen to him and play faster, and I've been doing good ever since. Just keep
Penny,
going.
what about you?
Uh, Really, it was just just getting to know like the formality of the plays. The language is a big difference. It's just really just the formality, the language, and once I got that down, it's pretty okay. By the time our next camp, I'm B. be good with the place. I'm moving in a great direction with the place as well right now. It's just a lot of checks. You gotta actually read the defense. So that's really what I'm just really working on right now is reading the defenses and checking to different things like the quarterback knows, but if I know it would help a little bit more, foot placement, things like that, just the small details.
So we got some suggestions here. I'm gonna try to turn. I put a new light in here so it was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Okay. But like when I do it from here, it shows a big bright light on the ceiling. So let's try to turn it the other way here for a minute.
Yeah.
We got some suggestions here: King's Chicken, Indies. Both those places are really good. I suggest if you all have a chance to get out, Four Pegs. It's a place down in Germantown.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing everything. This dude Chris Williams, he's been on a couple of uh, competition shows on the Food Network. He runs it. He's a Louisville Cardinals fan.
What's
He's
it
an
again?
amazing dude. It's called Four Pegs.
4 pegs. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
that. Let's see. For both of you all, this question is from Cal again. For both of you, in sports, wins and losses are part of the game, and how to deal with the setback. Do you all have a routine? Penny, do you have a routine to get back after an upset loss?
Uh, I mean, that's. I feel like you can't really, dwell on the past. I mean, you really can't. Uh, you really can't change the outcome.
I
Hello.
don't know. It clicked off on us again. Where's Caullin at?
Yeah, I
Sorry
don't.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's good.
There he is. All right. Well, I promise you this don't happen every week, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So you said just leave it in the past, Colin. What about you? Do you have a routine to get back after a loss or an upset?
Um, I just try to stick to my routine, stick to what got me to like when I was getting them 100-yard games. I try to stick to what got me to them 100-yard games. Keep practicing hard, keep playing hard in practice, and stick to my everyday routine. Don't fall back and get bad habits just off a loss. Just keep going.
Team you're most forward looking to play in, Sam wants to know.
Um, I'll say Kentucky. I'll say most definitely Kentucky. Going to Kentucky, Clemson, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That Notre Dame game is special, man. I've been up there a couple times. We played them twice up there so far. That's a really unique environment. Like I never thought I would like geek out when I went to an opposing stadium, but everything about that trip was just like it was next level, man. Penny, what about you? Anywhere you're looking forward to going and playing this year, or a team you're looking for? Don't I guess that could be a home game too.
Yeah. Uh, Probably Kentucky, just because Dion and that corner Max, they're both from Detroit. We're all Detroit guys. I know it's a big beef, but that's those are my little dogs. So we was always relationship there. So those are my guys. But it really just probably Kentucky, Clemson, for real. And yeah, that's probably about it.
All right, Beast Mode wants to know: are y'all ready for the balloon glow? Beast Mode, I'm not sure they're not from Kentucky, so I'm not really sure they would know what that is. But do y'all know what that is?
Nah,
Uh, nah.
Okay. So again, he's trying to set you up for a question. So during Derby season, these next 2 weeks, man, the 2 weeks, not these next two, the 2 weeks leading up to Derby, we do everything big here in Louisville. There's parades, there's boat races. Um,
Yeah, I seen y'all had something like that. I seen y'all. I think it was like think pig racing, not pig racing. It was some racing not too long ago. It was downtown though.
Yeah, well, actually, we even had this thing. UPS holds this competition every year where people build beds and they race beds with wheels on them. It's
For real?
ridiculous. You got to be a Louisville kid to understand any of that dumb stuff. But they got the balloon glow, and that's where they get up during the more. Well, they had the hot air balloon race too,
Goat
but the
race.
balloon glow is the night before the hot air balloon race normally, and they just fire up all the balloons that are going to be racing the next day, and you see all kinds of different colors, and it's cool. Like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, it's awesome, but like when you get older, it's just like, oh, it's a balloon, it's glowing. But yeah, it's pretty cool though. And then they
I
race the
definitely,
next morning.
yeah, I definitely want to see something like that. I never even been to Louisville before. Coming here. So, I that's why I like the all like how y'all like y'all embrace y'all city and y'all make it fun. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cities don't really do that. So that's really some like a thing that really stuck out to me too when I first moved here and my family.
Awesome, awesome. Let's go. Says saying that the Miami home game's going to be lit. Says me, not me, but whoever me is. There was goat racing, is what Buzzy says. Jay, with the next question, how's the competition within the team in both of y'all's rooms with the wide receiver? Caullin, we'll go with you first. How's the competition within the wide receiver room right now?
I feel like it's deep for the outside receiver. Like we got a lot of weapons. We got Jaden, Jimmy. We got Chris Bell. We got Blue Honey. That boy balling this spring. Who else we got? We got Ja'Cory. He hurt right now, but we know he gonna get his reps eventually over the time. And then yeah, we got I feel like we deep in the room. There's gonna be a lot of people trying to play. Gonna be a lot of gonna be a lot going on in that room. Gonna be a lot of movement, a lot of it's only so many spots, so we just gotta keep fighting. I like the competition. I ain't used to all this talent in the room. Like at South Alabama, we had talent, but not this much. I feel like anybody can play.
Absolutely. What about you, Penny?
Definitely. I mean, just piggybacking off what Colin said, but that's what I see is, it's my first time. We got 9 running backs. I've never been in a room with 9 running backs. In Maryland and Toledo, it was always probably like 5, 6. But I mean, not only it's not even only the running back and the receiver room with competition. It's really everybody. And it's because there's so many additions and so many good players. It's really you just gotta, when you got your rep, you gotta really go. So I love how it's competitive around, and you just got to see.
Absolutely. Stacked roster, says Sam. For sure. Let's go back to a couple of questions I have for you all. Great questions by the viewers right now. Let's get back to my questions. Colin, you lettered in football, basketball, and track in high school. How have your experiences in these different sports contributed to your development as a football player?
I feel like basketball, track, all that had something to do with me being good at football. Like it just brought that athletic feel. Like I've been playing, so I played sports all around. So I never stopped since I was like 4 years old. Never stopped playing sports. So that all kept me on my feet, kept me moving different muscles, kept me like trying to make moves on the court, trying to make moves on the field. All that translated together to me becoming who I am now. And I feel like my little brother's doing the same thing, and he building up his little baby muscles, his habits, like all that gonna translate to him getting older. I feel like that made a big deal. Uh, my parents did a good job with me growing up. I appreciate it.
Future Cardinal, says Jay. I love Penny Boone, says Gap. I don't know who Gap is, but they love him. So Penny Boone. I don't know too many people that don't love these two guys. We've been very excited to get y'all both on here all week. It's been awesome. Got a couple more questions for you all before this timer runs out. First off, can you all let everybody know where they can find you on social media? Colin, I'll let you go first on this one.
You can find me on Instagram at Caullin, my name .l, like CAU. Instagram.
Uh, y'all can follow me on Instagram at I am one coin. I am AM actual one then coin.
All right, so that was going to be my next question. I've noticed a lot of people are kind of are y'all getting away from Twitter and just being more Instagram focused, or
Yeah,
is Twitter the old thing now and Instagram's like the new hotness?
yeah. I'm
Nah,
good. With it.
I wouldn't consider that. I mean, I think Twitter funny. I ain't gonna lie, but I be on Twitter too. Not as much as Instagram, but I see what like I like to go on Twitter just to see what different people saying about the game or stuff like that, or how they see the game.
Absolutely. Well, on Twitter, you can find him at, is it Detroit Pen?
Yeah, Detroit Pen with 2 N's. Yeah.
Too. And Colin, you got the two L. A lot of people have been hitting me up like, we can't find Colin with two L's. It's CAULL. L is all the way up in his first name.
Yeah.
And then Lacy. So let's get back to it. We got a minute 30 left on the clock, guys. So let's go ahead and get this one last question in. We'll do a little rapid fire question. Penny, on game days, what does Penny Boone listen to? And does the magnitude of the game change what you listen to on game day?
Who I listen to?
Uh, uh, I say, Boss Man D-Lo, probably, and it's a couple songs. Boss Man D-Lo and Baby Tron.
Okay,
That's
Caullin. What about you? What are you listening to? And then I'll swing back and ask the other question before I wrap things up.
Uh,
What
I
you listen to on game day?
listened to that new Rod Wave album. Like when that Rod Wave came out during the season, I listened to that the whole season. Like the album just replay on the plane, then put it on shuffle. The Rod Wave, the whole Rod Wave.
That's what that rod.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't believe y'all didn't say "Party in the USA" about Miley Cyrus. That's crazy. Look, y'all can find me on Twitter at Jeremy_CSZ. We appreciate y'all tuning into the Louisville live stream. We promise you next time it'll be a whole lot smoother. As always, make sure you tune in to Live with 55 every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. on all social media. Again, at Jeremy_CSZ. You can find my show Wednesdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 2 p.m. It's Cardinal Sports Zone podcast for Caullin Lacy, for Peny Boone. I'm Jeremy Wyman. Thank you for tuning in to the 502 Circle Louisville live stream chat on the Rave on Sports Network.